hello. Please come in. Oh God, it's so hot outside. Take your jacket off. Just make yourself comfortable. I'm Elise. Nice to meet you. You can call me Elise. You can call me Doctor. Whatever makes you comfortable. Please take a seat. Yes. Today we're gonna do the dark triad personality test, just to assess whether you are a psychopath or not. Just kidding. Do love that joke though. Shrink joke, nothing to worry about. Actually, I'm not a shrink. I am a psychiatrist. There's a big difference. One has a medical degree, the other one has an MD in human sciences, something. I'm not sure. Why do they even call them sciences? But anyway, let's start. The dark triad personality traits are 3 closely yet relatively independent personality traits that all have a somewhat negative connotation, malevolent, if you will. Before we start the test, which will be insanely quick, you have no idea, I'm just gonna be going over the test a little bit, explaining you what it is exactly about, what it does it entail, and what are the 3 personality aspects that we're gonna have a look at. Now, do not worry, if you do score high, it does not mean you're a total psychopath. I mean, there is a 2% chance that it might just be a mistake. This is not an exact science. Also, I must add that it all depends a lot on what kind of stage you are in, like what's your mood, what you've eaten in the day, that sort of things. So let's start with presenting the test. So let's start with presenting the 3 traits. The first one is Machiavellianism. I'm sorry if that's not how you're supposed to pronounce it, but it's basically being manipulative. The second one is narcissism, which is an excessive self-love. I myself am guilty of that one. And psychopathy, which is basically the lack of empathy. Empathy is being able to relate to other people's feelings. Yes. So I'm just gonna basically define these 3 tabs just to make sure that we are indeed on the same page. I do believe it is important for my patient to know what this whole test is about. I don't want my patients to go running around saying that they've done some crazy super villain test and that they're completely crazy. Okay, let's start. Narcissism comes from the Greek myth of Narcissus, who was a young hunter, who unfortunately fell in love with his own reflection in a pool of water. How unfortunate. He basically stared at his own image for days and died. Yeah, he drowned. He looked too closely. Narcissistic people can be selfish, arrogant, they lack empathy, and they are hypersensitive to criticism. Yes, guilty of charge. Then we have Machiavellianism. This comes from, I'm sure you've heard of him, Niccolo Machiavelli, who was an Italian politician in the 16th century. He wrote the very famous book The Prince, in which he is explaining the dark arts of cunning and deceit in diplomacy, basically saying that you can just manipulate the people if you have the wits for it. Yes, so traits that are usually associated with Machiavellianism are duplicity, manipulation, self-interest, and a lack of both emotion and morality. Yes, big lack of morality. Now, the last trait, psychopathy. Psychopathy is a word that people like to throw around without actually knowing the actual meaning of the word. So psychopathy is usually associated to a lack of remorse. It's important to note, though, that there is a big distinction between psychopathic traits and being a psychopath, because, you know, this is commonly associated with criminal violence, you know, committing crimes. Totally different. Now, the dark triad personality test was developed by the Roy Police and Daniel Jones in 2011. It's fairly recent, and it's well, they actually made the short dark triad, which we are gonna do today because it doesn't take much time. Basically, I will be giving you 20 assessments that you must rate on how much you agree with them. So you can disagree, be neutral, or agree. Okay, there are only 3 options. There's no strongly disagree, strongly agree. So just, you know, don't think too much about it. Just respond, answer on instinct. That is the only thing that actually matters. I do not want you to think too much about what you're gonna say. I just want you to be truthful. I just want you to be honest, spontaneous, and don't think about, you know, what's the right answer, because there's no right answer. Like, obviously there's a right answer. I mean, if you choose a wrong answer, you'll be labeled as a psychopath and a Machiavellian and a narcissist. But no, there's no wrong or right answer. Just go with the flow and relax. Now, before we start, I will be asking you a few personal questions for my record here. Do not worry, this interview, this session is not recorded. It's not recorded. I'm just writing the results here, and the results that we keep, it will be completely anonymous, so you don't have to worry about this being leaked. Even if you turn out to be the most Machiavellian person since Niccolo Machiavelli, this will never come out of this wall, so do not worry. Okay, let's start with your name. Yes, your date of birth. Okay. My cousin is born the same year. Not that you would care about that random fact. Now I will need to know if you're a man, a woman, or non-binary, you know. Okay, I like to ask first, and next up, I would like to know if you're taking any medication at the moment. Are you taking any medication? Okay. Are you at the moment being followed by a therapist or by, you know, any mental health professional? Okay. When was the last time you've had a consultation with a mental health professional? Yes, very well. You're doing very well. The questionnaire hasn't started yet. This one is usually the easiest. Can I have an email address? Yes, thank you. We like to keep a record. Sorry. My English is getting worse and worse. And I'd like to have, if that is okay with you, your postal address. Okay, that's quite a ride from here. Jesus. Okay, all right. A phone number, maybe. Yeah. Okay, 00782776. All right. I think I have all I need for the info. Now let's get to the test. Okay, just empty your mind. We're gonna do a bit of breathing exercise before we start, because I want you to be in the best state of mind to do that. Okay, close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Very well. Okay. Do not think too much. Just answer spontaneously. Let's go. It is not wise to tell your secrets. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. People see me as a natural leader. Disagree? Agree? Neutral? Okay. I like to get revenge on authorities. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. I like to use clever manipulation to get my way. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. I hate being the center of attention. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. I avoid dangerous situations. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. Whatever it takes, you must get the important people on your side. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. Many group activities tend to be dull without me. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. Next page. Payback needs to be quick and nasty. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. Avoid direct conflict with others because they may be useful in the future. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. I know that I'm special because everyone keeps telling me so. Disagree? Agree? Neutral? Okay. People often say I am out of control. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. It's wise to keep track of information that you can use against people later. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. I like to get acquainted with important people. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. It's true that I can be mean to others. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. You should wait for the right time to get back at people. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. I feel embarrassed if someone compliments me. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. People who mess with me always regret it. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. There are things you should hide from other people because they don't need to know. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. I have been compared to famous people. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. I have never gotten in trouble with the law. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. Make sure your plans benefit you, not others. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. I am an average person. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. I enjoy having sex with people I hardly know. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. Most people can be manipulated. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. I insist on getting the respect I deserve. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. I'll say anything to get what I want. Disagree? Neutral? Agree. Okay. Well, it's done. 20 statements. It wasn't so hard, was it? Well, don't worry. You did okay. You did actually pretty average. So there's nothing to be worried about. We will be emailing you the results, the exact results, so you can compare yourself to the average person who took the test. And I will be explaining everything in detail. From what I can see now, you're fine, but I'll have the computer run down your results, and I'll call you back in my office to give you the deets. Yeah, it's nothing to worry about. It was fairly simple, was it? Do you have any questions for me? Oh, no. Do not worry. We really do not use these results for personal purposes. It's only for research, and this helps our data, and this is really, really incredibly useful for us. So do not worry about any, shady use of things here. It's all gonna be okay. Thank you so much for participating to that research. It helps us scientists a lot. So I'm going to ask you to go in the waiting room. The receptionist will be calling you when I am done with the results. As I said, first glance, it's really fine. Nothing out of the ordinary. You're neither a really bad person or a really good person. You're not a saint. You're not a devil. It's really fine. You know, sometimes it is good to be incredibly average. Oh, I can't say the same about me. I did take the test and my results was absolutely horrific. I am a very big narcissist. So yeah, well, anyway, enough chit chat. I'll let you direct yourself towards the waiting room and I'll see you in a bit. Sure. Yeah, see ya.